Hello, I'm FN. This is part 2 of a 3-part video. I'm trying to keep each video to a reasonable size. I know looking at my avatar for most of the video isn't very interesting. I am trying to give information and education, so maybe if you just listen, rather than watch. If you enjoy the videos, please consider subscribing. I'd love to hit 500 by the end of May. We are going to pick up roughly where we left off. A big portion of this video is coming straight from Masshole Report. All credit for that section goes to that channel and I appreciate them letting me use it. I'm including such a large chunk of video, because I feel like it gives a full picture of who Chille really is. Throughout the video, I've put my thoughts on the screen as text overlays. These are my thoughts and not anyone else's. They are my opinions only, and are not to be considered legal advice. I put my thoughts in text, so as not to slow the flow of the conversation. Masshole's video is very informative. Please go visit that channel.
So there's a couple people who made videos about me who I informed them that I don't have a criminal record. And then what they did is they went on their YouTube and said, I got a criminal record and I'm afraid that's against the law. You're defaming me. And so I'm going to sue them. And I'm not going to say who they are because I'm not going to give them any light. I'm not going to promote their brand. But what I will do is file a lawsuit against them. That's what I'll do. I'm just not that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Brad Spuljarek was saying, as he was threatening people wearing a badge, I'm not that guy. Well, Brad, let me tell you something. You are that guy. You're a little wussy, Brad. You're a wussy. You are a total wussy. How do I know you're a wussy? Oh, there we go. There we go. Cherries and berries. There they are. There they are. Do. So let's go see. I'm going to guess it's a blinker. Who wants to guess it's a blinker? Does anybody want to guess it's a blinker? I'm going to say it's a blinker. What do you guys think? Do you think it's a blinker or not? I'll bet you this cop has got someone pulled over for a blinker. Right down there. See him? See the lights? We're heading right that way. See that? Yeah. Yeah. And you guys, just so you know, that woman who made a video about me, did you know that she was arrested this year for siphoning gas out of a car? Did you know that she's lost 3 of 4 of her children?
That person denies that any of that is true. Chille makes these accusations without any proof. On the other hand, that same person has retrieved Chille's actual criminal records. A number of channels have done criminal records checks and verified Chille's criminal convictions.
Did you know that? Did you know she's been sued twice this year? Did you guys know that? The woman who made a video about me and said, oh, bombshell. There's no bombshell. You guys put up a video of me that makes me look like I'm the awesome person that I am. You put up a video about me where some guy named Larry tried to betray me and make a video and try to pull me off course and try to make it so that I would say something that was bad. And then at the end of the day, it just made me look like the genuine human being that I am.
Now we will watch Masshole Report's video. Please visit that channel, as they have a lot of valuable information about Jose DeCastro.
So I will play the first 10 minutes of this conversation real quick, because people have been asking.
I'm all in. Are you?
I am.
All right. Well then, have a little faith, man.
I'm just trying to figure it out, dude, because like I'm not fit to get out there and support the wrong thing. For me, this is real life, dude. Like I do this shit for a reason. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. I got something for you too. I got a gift for you.
What's that? Because I mean, you're like, I can't be bought like a bitch neither. They don't learn that the hard way.
It's a fucking t-shirt, bitch.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, nigga, like you can't buy me like a bitch. I ain't bought all that. So
t-shirt. What's the matter with you? I don't have enough money to buy you. I told you I'm under $1,000.
yeah, I'm worth more than that. You know, my little stripper game pay more than that shit.
Well, let me know, bro. I can always use the hundo.
You know, but yeah, I just want to make sure this ain't no game, man, that you ain't playing like your supporters are like tripping. You know, they trying to talk to you, they trying to reason with you, and Tina's fucking and we what, a couple of days away from Caleb's death? Man, Tina tripping.
Karina?
Oh, just Tina and Tom and all of them, all the ones that I'm talking to.
Relax, Chille.
But see, the thing is, I ain't really got.
You ever heard this before? Has anybody else told you the problems with Terry? Has anybody else taught you this?
No, dude, I ain't heard about that until, you.
Right. So I brought the knowledge, and now I'm bringing the fucking game to get it done. We have to get it done. It's a life and death game. But it's not a game. Everything we do, you can never predict how it's going to go. I could have never got 10 mega influencers to talk about Terry. Did you see the text messages I've sent to people asking them about Terry? I put up like 10 of them.
Yeah, your life is in danger. The one because you sent me, and I was like, who is Tom? Oh, it's Tony. And you was like, oh, copy and paste.
No, dude, my life is not in danger. My life's in danger from the FBI and the DEA. My life is not in danger from thugs on the street.
But why they gotta be thugs? Like,
Well, the guy who made the video is a thug. You didn't see him?
I ain't watched none of it, pimp.
Oh, yeah, he's a straight thug. It is what it is. Dude, I'm not insulting anybody. I'm just saying, we got to make this happen. And so that's what I'm doing. But it ain't a game. I didn't know it was going to blow up that big. And for a while, it was scary and hard. And then I've gotten peace because I've known that the whole game, the whole goal is to get as much people as we can to pay attention.
Yeah.
And so now, and by the way, when you see this video I've made for Tina, you let me know what you think, dog. You let me know what you think. I made a fucking masterpiece, bro. This video so far is amazing, bro.
Hold on, let me open my TikTok real quick. I want to see this shit. Like,
look at Granny.Coy.
Granny.Coy? Who's that?
I'm sorry, Granny Coy Bundy.
Granny, and that's her name on Facebook?
GRA. It's on Instagram. It's on TikTok. You gotta open your TikTok.
I'm doing it now.
Tina's gonna be devastated about her 25-year-old son being murdered. You got another thing coming, bro. How many parents of dead children have you spoken to? Over the past 20 years, I've spoken to hundreds. The most famous one here is Brandon Ellingson. His dad's Craig Ellingson. Guess who used to talk to Craig Ellingson all the time?
Who?
Me. Craig and I are friends.
Craig and
I are friends. He just bought a couple of my posters. He bought a couple posters that he's never going to use. He just bought a couple posters for me. And then what I did is I gave it to you because you said you didn't have no money. So I was like, all right, well, I'll give you $50. Just keep you going on your feet until you get to your next place. And then when I need $50, I'll hit you up in $50. You'll hit me back. That's what friendship is. When you trust one another and you love one another and you know the truth is that we have the same intention. We have the same heart. That's why I love you, Larry, because you're fucking genuine, bro. And there's so few people like you, dude. There's so few people. You either got to be like come from the hood, or you got to be fucking hard, or you got to be fucking raw, or you got to be fucking a victim of the police brutality. You have to have gone through some shit before you're like, you know what? Money doesn't matter. Pussy doesn't matter. Nothing matters. What matters is
changing lives, man. Changing lives. That's what matters to me.
Larry. Change people's lives around the world. Terry Has been exported to every single democratic republic around the world. I'm getting emails from Canada every day. Imagine how many contacts I get a day. Imagine how much information is injected into my brain a day.
Yeah.
Because I'm crowdsourced. I have 300,000 followers. And then Granny's got 3.1 million, and she interviewed Tina twice.
So it's all about numbers in the show. Like, that's what it sounds like, man. And
no, you're mistaken, Larry. You're looking at it the wrong way. Man, I hope I can be real with you, man.
You are, like, for real. Like, I'm just trying to understand, because, like, it sounds like we on different obstacles. We on different ends of the stick, kind of.
No, we ain't. We on the same stick. I gotta keep editing. So if you want to come over. But I gotta keep editing. I gotta keep editing this video for Tina so we can get federal attention. I have humanized this boy. I have humanized him.
He was a human anyway. That's the thing. See what? And that's where it gets
mistaken. The color of his eyes. You gotta see what he looks like. You gotta see his smile. You gotta see him with his sister. You gotta see him holding a dog. Caleb Slay right now is another hashtag. Tomorrow, he's a person.
He was a person before he passed. He's still a person.
But that's okay. Okay. Let me. I'm gonna challenge you a little bit here. All right. I'm not challenging a black man. I'm challenging just a regular man here. I'm a regular man. You are too. Go on your Instagram and put hashtag justice.
I ain't got an Instagram.
Okay. Well, if you go on Facebook and you put hashtag justice and the number 4, and then look at the list of choices, there's gonna be thousands. It's thousands, dude. because it populates for you. You put in the letter J and Jen, Jennifer, Jamie, Jesus, you name it, all the way across. You put in the letter B, Brandon, Brenda, Bobby. You know, it just keeps going. You put in the letter C, Charlie, Kate, Kat, Christopher. It just never stops. You can't find justice for Caleb until you put the third or fourth letter. After this video is done, you put in one letter, justice for Caleb will pop up. That's what we have to get. We got to get justice for Tina. There's a couple goals here. The first goal is to get Caleb national attention and the grieving mother to say he was killed on a Terry stop, which is what she's saying. When she called me up and told me my son was killed on a Terry stop, I'm a white Republican from a law enforcement family. I said, I'll pack my bags. I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
We have to get the white conservatives to say Terry is bad. Black people are never listened to. Black lives don't matter. Since the beginning of our country. You know, did you know that before 1965, no white person was ever prosecuted for killing a black man?
Oh,
1965.
yes.
His name was Willie Brewster. Willie Brewster was driving in a car down the road in Anniston, Alabama. And when he drove down the road, it was a year after the 64 Civil Rights Act had passed, a guy named Darren Strange shot him in the back as he just randomly shot the car and he drove by. Now, Willie was in the car with three other guys, and they hit him right in the lower spine. He didn't die right away. He laid on the bed for 3 days. A doctor that oversaw him named Dr. T.C. Donald. He said he sat with Willie Brewster every day. And he talked to Willie about his life, and he told him all about his life. And then Dr. T.C. Donald put his name in the paper with 200 other prominent white conservatives. And he said, we are done with the murdering of black men in Alabama. And we'll put up a $20,000 reward to find out who shot Willie Brewster. Well, those fucking poor racists, they turned him in within 10 seconds. And Darren Strange was the first man. Now, that's 1965. He was prosecuted. He didn't do a day in jail. He went out on appeal. He got shot in the face by the mechanic 3 months later because he was a piece of shit racist. Now, let me ask you a question, Larry. How many black people were killed before 1965?
Shit, I can't even tell you, bro.
How many were lynched? The first man who ever got his case prosecuted was in 1965. That's why, I know Black Lives Matter. What I'm saying is, from the beginning of time since our country started, Black lives have not mattered. They still are not mattering. They're still getting murdered in the street on camera. Nothing's happening.
He just talked himself into a circle. He just told them Black lives didn't matter, and now he's saying Black lives do matter.
Well, I think what he was trying to do, and this is terrifying to listen to, honestly. This is, I know that I had listened to some of this before, and what he's doing essentially is he is appealing to this man based on the fact that he is African American, right? And so he is really, really, really pushing hard on this idea that you as a black man, your life doesn't matter in this country, but I'm going to make it so. He has no power to do so. I don't think that he's particularly invested in these issues at all, right? Realistically.
Right.
But he's doing this to try to garner some support, garner some clout, and the dry bag is coming soon on this. It's disgusting what he is doing here. Absolute gaslighting, just manipulative bullshit what he is doing here.
And I did see some comments. Larry has a headlamp on the top of his head. He was outside working on his something outside of his house, so he has a light on his head. That's what's on his head.
My husband owns one of those too, actually.
Yeah.
Logan says it exactly. He tailors his arguments to the recipient just to gate acolytes. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's tailoring the conversation to what he thinks the recipient wants to hear to manipulate them to go ahead and grab them up and essentially wrap them up in his cult of personality. This is actually really gross to watch. It's really gross.
Right. And Chille is not permanently banned from TikTok. All he did was lose one account that had 300,000 followers because of community guideline violations. And of those 300,000 followers, I'm going to theorize that they are not authentic followers. Because on TikTok, you can buy verified followers to appear you have more than you do. And he talks about often that he had the number one most watched channel on TikTok. That's incorrect. If you don't have 1 million followers or more, you're barely even noticed. So even with 300,000 followers, he's lying.
Right. Yeah, and somebody else is pointing out too that, you know, he's kind of picking up some vernacular here. He's speaking like he believes a black man would speak right now, which I find to be extremely offensive, you know, first and foremost. But you can hear the way that Chille switches up the vernacular, switches up his speech patterns and the words that he's using because he's talking to a black man. It's just it's so fucking gross to watch. It really is.
Right. So Josh Abrams' involvement. Josh Abrams did an interview with Chille, and then somebody reached out to me that I don't know. I'd never heard of Josh Abrams, didn't know who he was. And they said, listen, you've got to talk to this friend of mine. He's got a YouTube channel. He's a First Amendment auditor, blah, 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 blah. Sure. So I kind of went to his channel and kind of looked around at his stuff, and I see this interview from Chille. My first words to him were, if you have anything to do with Charli D'Amelio, I don't want anything to do with you. And Josh lied to me. Absolutely lied. They both did the same thing. The contract Kate told you about, that was me. That was Josh Abrams. He absolutely tried to take my son's story and make a documentary, keep me out of it, and take it all for himself. Same thing I went through with Chille. And so I said some things to Josh because I had a hunch. I wanted to see, and sure as I'm standing here, if Chille didn't spout it out on a video when he threatened to sue me, there's only one person that knew what I said, and that was Josh Abrams. So Josh absolutely ran to Chille, absolutely told him what I said. And it just confirmed in my mind that they are definitely working together.
Yep, and Josh told you essentially that no, that they're not affiliated, they're not working together. He only did an interview that one time, right? Which we know at this point is not true. And that's, you know, further backed up by the fact that, as I had said a couple weeks ago, Josh Abrams noticed that we were starting to look into Chille. He started to contact myself, contact Pat S. He told us essentially if we want to debate Chille that we could do so, but he would have to set it up. It would have to be on his channel. I told him to kick rocks. And then he started to make some sort of veiled threats to me. You guys know how I am with Josh Abrams. We go back and forth all the time. There's a lot of really snide comments and all that stuff, but he had essentially told me, oh, you better watch out. You're looking into Chille. People are going to come audit your house now. These are very large channels. And I said, you know, they better show up after 5 because I work during the week if that's what they're doing to come to my house. Like, fuck you, Josh. But, you know, they're obviously working together. Abrams obviously knows what we can do to Chille's channel because we did it to his. He wants to threaten us. It's not going to fucking work. I don't care. Again, I do not want people showing up where my children fucking sleep. But if you assholes do it, it better be after the hours of 5 o'clock in the evening. Otherwise, I'll be at work. And if you show up to my work, you'll get the furry potato and Brian Sessions treatment. It's private property. I'm just going to fucking trespass your ass. End of story. End of fucking story.
Yeah, well, like I said, I told Josh that I had money in case anybody wants to go and see. So I don't. My husband, we're a one family income. We are below poverty level. Good luck suing me, Chille, because Chille makes a lot more money than I do on his con artist. And Josh was the only one I told that to. So when Chille threatens me in Ironton on one of his YouTubes, he says, I hear you have a little bit of money. Boom, busted.
And that, of course, is what he and Josh Abrams are always concerned about is, you know, where they can get the money. Yep. That's what they want to do that. Yeah.
Yep. So, but in this conversation with Larry, he goes into great detail about how he's never going to live to see Terry v. Ohio overturned, that the CIA is going to kill him. Yeah. So he's setting himself up for death by cop. He's doing it now with Ironton.
Paranoid fucking. I want to listen to a little bit more of this, even though it does gross me out.
Because we have laws in place that allow the police to kill people without any charges. And that law is called Terry versus Ohio. I will give my life for it, and they'll take it. They're going to kill me.
But I thought you said your life was in danger.
They're going to kill me, Larry. It's not going to be some dumb motherfucker on TikTok. It's going to be the CIA. That's who's going to kill me, Larry. They're listening to me now. They're listening to you now.
Oh, I know I'm being listened to. Because, nigga, I walk the Klan compound. Like, fuck, they're going to Klan after me. Seriously. Like, that's some real shit.
I mean, I didn't anticipate this amount of attention, but I welcome it. That's for sure. I welcome this amount of attention because we have to change this, man. This is terrible. This is horrible. You know, another kid was killed today. Terrible.
Where?
I sent the video. He got choked out in front of everybody. I'll show you the video when I see you. I mean, it's just like, you know, another kid in Louisiana, his name is Justice for Lathium. Lathium got 60 years in prison because of the 1962 Model Penal Code. The 1962 Model Penal Code was drafted in 1952 and finalized in 1962. What happened between 1952 and 1962? 1954, desegregation happened. So in 1954, they scrapped what they had written and they rewrote it from 54 to 59. 59, it was peer reviewed by the Institute of Law. And what they had done is they changed the standard of what participation meant. The common law is that if you participate in something and you don't actually do the murder or the deed, then you're not charged as a full-on principal. After the Model Penal Code, they said, well, if we can arrest one black guy, we can arrest all of them and charge them all as principals and put them into slave labor. I mean, the reason why people follow me, Larry, is because of what I know. And now I'm applying what I know to get change. I mean, just take a look. I mean, it's just, you go on TikTok and look at Granny Coy Bundy yet?
I'm trying to. Because Tina messaged me, but the message disappeared. I can't find her name. Like,
oh, you're not going to be able to find the name on there?
No, Tina's. What Caleb Slay is she? Oh, Justice for Caleb.
Justice, the number 4, and then Caleb.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have all kinds of Granny Coy Bundy. She dances in all of her videos. She's really funny. She interviewed me. She interviewed Tina. She interviewed Tina twice. I couldn't have got her this amount of attention without fucking the dweeb freaking out. Not granted, I know it's gonna freak out that bad, but I mean, it only helps. It only helps. We have to overturn Terry, dude. I'm trying to tell you. You got to trust me, man. And if you don't, then don't. You know, I understand. But
I'm just not going to jump into a pool. I don't know how warm the water is. Because I do this for a certain purpose, man. Like I say, I fight for all people, dude. And my life has been in danger. And I don't get money. You don't see my Cash App up. You don't see me popping fancy graphics. You know, or none of that shit, dude. Like, this is real life for a lot of people. And you talking about like it's a chess game reading a book.
Because I have more education than most people, Larry. I'm no better than anybody else. I just know more information. My life matters as much as yours, and your life matters as much as mine.
Oh my God, this guy sucks.
What I'm trying to tell you is,
oh my fucking God, Chille.
I know. It's laughable. And to answer somebody's question, no, that's not me next to Larry. I'm on the phone call. Larry and I were talking, and he made me mute myself. I'm the one that keeps sending him messages telling, ask him this, ask him that.
Oh,
and so the dinging in here, that's me.
Once we get off Chille there, like our second topic actually kind of coincides with something like that. But this is just, I mean, the way that his voice is very quiet. It's very conspiratorial. Like, he is such a disgusting fucking grifter.
Well, why he's quiet is because he's in my basement. It is 12:30 at night. My husband is in bed. My daughter's in bed. I had to tell him multiple times he's got to stop going down there screaming because he was literally down there making phone calls to every black person he knew you better make a video and support me. I've supported your ass. And I mean, and I said, Chille, people are sleeping in this house. You are in my house. Please be a little more respectful. That's why he's whispering. And you can go back on his YouTube channels and you can hear when he's whispering with the paneling. That's my basement.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to love the day when my sister can be in a room with him, whether it on the internet or whatever, and tell him his step repeat wall is historically inaccurate. And I'm not going to point that out because I'm going to let it drive him nuts. But he has the law wrong. He has the Constitution wrong.
Of course he does. I mean, that's abundantly obvious. That was the first thing, obviously, that people over on this side of things, picked up on. A lot of channels have already started to touch on that. I mean, his understanding of the law is rudimentary at best. He has a very tenuous grasp on most things that he's talking about.
Right.
Total fraud. Total fraud.
I didn't know this would go like this. I couldn't do it. A guy comes to me and says, "Hey, let's go grab this guy up, and we're gonna hold a knife to his throat and tell him to go to the ATM and get the money." And you know what I say to the guy? It won't go how you think. He won't respond how you think he will. He won't turn into a victim and then be a little bitch. For all you know, he may pull out his own knife. For all you know, he may just start screaming at the top of his lungs. You never know how it's gonna go. In this particular instance, it went perfect. It went perfect. And we got more attention for Caleb than we ever could have got with just me. And when this video drops with everybody, that's why I've been working 22 hours straight, because this video is going to drop tomorrow morning on Sunday. I got to get this up. And then people will human it. You get pictures on there when you're talking?
Yep.
Okay, so look at this. I'm just going to take a picture till you see it. I've been working on this for fucking... I'm just tired, and my fingers are tired, my eyes are tired.
Because I'm sure can come out there, man. Because for me, this ain't, I don't know, we just got to talk, because it ain't no game for real, man. People's lives is hurting. People's lives are in danger.
What are you talking about? I'm not playing a game either. You got to stop with this, man. I mean, but you want to be my friend, be my friend. You don't want to be my friend, you don't have to be. No one's making you do anything. I ain't forcing you in anything, bro. You want to release and say Chille's full of shit, he's an asshole, then do it. I don't care. I mean, I care about you as a person, but I got to do what I got to do, and I'm going to finish this. I'm going to get this done, and I'm going to get justice for this kid, and this kid is going to overturn Terry versus Ohio. Caleb Slay will be the name on the legislation that overturns Terry, and she will get justice for her boy, and that's all that matters, dog. That's it. Nothing else matters. She has to get justice for her kid. You know that, right? She can't go around like this feeling empty forever. It ain't gonna do any good. She's gonna be miserable. She'll die young of a heart attack or a stroke. You know, we gotta get justice for Caleb. So tell me how that's a game.
Because you're using a woman's pain. I'm not.
What are you talking about?
But you said it earlier that y'all using each other.
She's using me and I'm using her. She said it 50 times herself on TikTok. I'm using Chille to get justice for my son. Okay, use me. I'll help you back. I'll get justice for your son, and we'll also get overturned Terry at the same time. What are you talking about, Larry? I didn't cause this. I'm not here on my own fucking accord. This isn't what I wanted. This is what life dished me. And life dished me you. So I take it. I said, I'll take that. I'll take that, Larry. I'll take that, Tina. And I will work with those two people.
But life didn't really issue you me because, I was always here.
You showed up.
And it looks like our stance is different because I don't use people for my game. I take my ass out there on the front lines, period.
You're using the wrong words, man. You're using the wrong words.
I'm not.
I don't want to fight with you on the phone, man.
You're not fighting with me. I'm trying to show you.
You're telling me how to do what I do.
I'm not. I'm telling you how to do my thing. I'm telling you how to do my thing.
Your way, then you do your thing your way, and I'll do my thing my way.
And I ain't knocking you for your way. I'm just saying my way is different.
Yeah, you are.
So
you are.
Listen. See, that's the thing. You're not listening. Pay attention. My way is different, and I'm telling you that. I don't do things like that to where I use people's pain or intentionally set people off. I ain't got time for that shit. I take enough attacks on my own. I take enough beatings on my own. For me to go and initiate some shit, I'm not trying to do. Especially, and Tina's a good woman.
Initiate anything. I reached out to a black influencer hoping he would take up the cause of Terry. When he didn't and he caused a fight, I entered into the fight. What the fuck are you talking about? I would have done that no matter who I was with. I would have done that 100 times out of 100. A man insults me, I'll fight with him. What are you talking about? If I insult you, Larry, you're going to fight with me.
I'm not. I'm just trying to understand. Like I say, before I get involved in something, I got to stand on it 100.
Don't
That's
get
me.
involved. Let me just say it again. Then don't get involved. Just fall off of this. Just walk away. I'm okay with that. Love you, bro.
All right, pimp. You have a good one.
No, I mean, you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying goodbye to you.
Oh,
what I'm saying is like, no way. I don't want to lose you, dude. I love you, man. I'm saying you don't have to be involved in this particular fight. We're still gonna be friends. We still hang out, smoke weed, be cool. You know, you see what I'm saying? But if you don't want to be involved in this because this is a hairy fight, I understand that. It's life and death, and I just
it ain't about it being hairy. It's the way it's being played. You know, and that right there, like I said, man.
They're gonna kill me, Larry. Fuck, are you not listening? I'm sacrificing my life. You're gonna read that I die one day.
Oh my God.
See the thing, like 10 minutes ago, you said these motherfuckers ain't gonna kill me. People don't kill people for no reason over argument.
I mean, I'm repeating myself now, and I'm busy, man. I'm trying to finish the video for Tina.
Well, I'll be over there in a minute.
I'm gonna say it. You know, I mean, you're triggered.
I'm not triggered. I'm calm, dude. I'm smoking weed right now.
I don't want to deal with any kind of drama, man. I've been calm. This is the most trauma I've had all day because you're not understanding. You're saying I'm not listening? Okay, fine. I'm not listening. You don't understand what I'm saying. You literally thought a moment ago I wanted to end our friendship. Are you kidding me? You're my friend till I die. I'm saying I'm here for a purpose, and I'm going to sacrifice my life to overturn Terry. Do you think I think that's a joke or a game? I'm going to die. Do you not know that? Of course, you may not because you haven't studied history like I have, and that's okay.
Dude, you ain't walked through the Klan compound or had a bomb in your car.
I haven't done the things you have done, if you let me finish.
Exactly. So I put my life in danger. I wrote the motherfucker handwritten letter. You know?
I don't know if I can do anything, man. I've got at least 4 more hours of work, and I can't.
Well, go ahead. Do your work, and then I'll holler at you when you're done.
Yeah, let me keep working because it's Saturday night, so you'll be up till late anyway. But it's not a game, man. This is real life shit. And I'm telling you now, the CIA, the FBI, one day when to overturn Terry gets traction, I'll be assassinated. And that's a fact. You know, history studies that I know. I don't think you've ever seen any of my videos, but because you've never seen them, you don't really understand the level of commitment I have to what I'm doing. And I'm not upset with you about it. I'm committed to this, and I'm going to give my life for it. So Caleb's going to die, and I'm going to die. And you and Tina one day will be able to say, there was a guy named Chille who came here, and we're going to watch the legislation be signed and pour out a little liquor for me, man. Say a prayer for me and hope that I got to the good part, you know. But it's 100%, Larry. History tells you.
Okay. And in case Chille's watching this, you're not going to the good part. Just saying.
God, he's so racist. I'm sorry, I had to pause it. I don't even know. I just tried. He's like, pour a little liquor out for me, man. Like every single racial, just character that you could possibly imagine, this man is like throwing out because he's talking to a black guy. Like, just holy shit. How do you get racist? Yeah.
And that's why he was called out for being a racist. And just so I'm really clear, if anybody has TikTok, I am Justice #4 Caleb on there. And I have posted the snippet of Chille on YouTube threatening to sue me. Chille starts attacking me in the comments. So for somebody who has told everyone on YouTube he can no longer go on TikTok, he's lying to you. As a matter of fact, one of his TikToks is Alaskan grown LA, I think. So he's still on TikTok. He just lost his big account that he probably bought most of his 300 followers. But every one of his moderators, just to give you an idea, one of his moderators was supporting him monthly. And because of all this, she told Chille she couldn't support him anymore. He wanted Sue and I to try to find where she lives in Michigan so he can sue her for not financially supporting him anymore.
What?
Right.
Yes. Yes. And his favorite thing is, but don't be mad at me. He'll yell and he'll scream at you And then all of a sudden he'll quiet down and he'll say, but don't be mad at me. And that's classic narcissistic abusive behavior.
Yeah, this guy is the worst. This guy is the worst. Well, Tina, we're here. We're here for you and for everybody else who's being impacted by this guy. And like, you know, guys, we've done this before. We have absolutely knocked somebody like this down to where they belong. We've done it with Josh Abrams. We've done it with Furry Potato. We've done it with Auditing America. Like, we have to do it again. This guy has to be exposed and he has to be fucking stopped. We have to do this because it's only going to get worse from here. He's starting to pick up a little bit of traction on YouTube. You know, he's starting to get the pass arounds, you know, the same few people that come and go to all these different auditors channels. They're rife for the taking right now. And he is going to grift until we stop him. We have to stop him. We have to.
And there is a Facebook page called Ironton Bad Cops. And if you want to see how bad he has convinced these people, there's a whole thread over there. And I'm posting actual restraining orders. You can go to lacourts.org. And for $4.75, you can search his name and 3 will pull up. One of them including a permanent restraining order. I posted that. And these people said, oh, you made that up. You've doctored that. That's not real.
And
folks,
unfortunately, that's what happens. That's what, I mean, I can assure you, I can assure all of you, this is the most extensive, I can't even stress this enough, the most extensive records request in the history of Masshole Report that we have ever done. This is multi-state going back decades. This is the most extensive work that I've ever done on pulling someone's record. Every single police interaction that Jose Maria DeCastro has ever had in every state that he has ever lived in, we are pulling. And we will read that out live, and we will provide that live. We will share that with every single YouTube channel out there that is so interested, and we will post receipts for payment and receipts of their requests, so they are 100% verified. Nobody has to spend a dime or a second of their time on this because we are going to do this, and it will be exposed publicly as we get these in. I have never, ever, ever requested this many records on one single individual in my life. It is astounding the kind of record that this guy has.
And I even posted because the particular person is a news reporter. Does that sound familiar? He threatened a news reporter in Ironton.
Yep.
And this is a news reporter that he was dating. And I made sure it was her. I reached out to her. She confirmed it. And I posted her picture. And I said, why don't you guys go ask her yourselves? And they told me I fabricated and created the Facebook page.
Yep.
That I'm lying.
It's a cult. You know, these cults of personality that come across here.
Yep.
And they will, I mean, he is using people's grief and people's pain. And I see Rogue Nation in the comment, and he's saying Chille won't be hooking up with me. I know that, George. You know, I'm really hoping that there are plenty of auditors or self-proclaimed activists are out here. They don't always like our channel. They don't always like me. That's fine. But they're listening to this and understanding that this man is using people's grief. Do not enable this. Do not enable this. It's not okay.
No. Yeah. And he's got an extensive history of it. He's got several friends that he couch surfed that are real estate agents. One of them he talks about quite often, Jeff Lloyd. Well, Jeff Lloyd's the one that kicked him out of his office space. He's in his the Terry area film as Jeff effing Lloyd. That's him. The other one is always in his chat, David Condon. They've done several things together, lots and lots of companies. There was one called Coded Friends, and it looks really creepy, like it's an escort service. And coincidentally, at the same time, one of the companies that Chille had was called Sex Ethics LLC.
Yep.
And then Coded Friends didn't happen. It was supposed to be some social media thing, because there's pictures on Facebook with David Condon handing Chille a $39,000 check. Then it became Coded Court, and you can Google it and watch the little trailer. And it's, you know, he has a cousin that is in the film industry. And from what I can see and and I'll wait until we can verify everything, but it looks like there's a little rift there between them. And now he's talking about how his sister was sexually assaulted when he was a kid. And, you know, those are things he never talked about on TikTok. And Chille would talk about anything on TikTok to get your sympathy. So he's making it up as he's going along.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the grift here is, again, I mean, I can say pretty confidently at this point, I've seen a lot. I've been on YouTube for a few years now. I've been in the business of kind of looking into these sort of things, these scams, these grifts, particularly around the First Amendment issues and police accountability for a long time. I am astounded on a daily basis with what I am pulling up on Jose Maria DeCastro. Just absolutely astounded. He is the definition of nefarious.
Well, right now he's got people convinced that he can help them as long as they sign a power of attorney.
Yeah, we covered that a little bit too. And, you know, I wish that we could just kind of start to, you know, let the floodgates out and post a lot of the stuff that we're digging up. But you guys know I like to get my ducks in a row, and I like to have the full picture of the story. I'm putting you on notice, Delete Lawz. I'm putting you on notice. Like, once I put my mind to this, I am not going to let go until it's done. Like, you should probably just leave here, would be my suggestion. Or don't. That's fine too. I don't shy away from a fight, but for your own sake, I would highly suggest just leave. Just get off YouTube right now. Do it.
Yeah, I mean, he said he had to have $50,000 for his Solving Ironton website.
Right. Yeah, which we're looking into that too, just like we did with Virgo Triad, guys. Like, these website development scams are a dumb idea. They're easy to disprove. Stop it. Just stop it.
Yeah. I just feel bad, and I understand what it feels like for some of the people in Ironton. And that's why I hope nobody just dismisses them. They feel like they have no voice, and here comes somebody with a voice. The problem is that much like me, where Chille caught me when I was not properly thinking clearly, they're probably not aware of resources of actual nonprofit organizations that have lawyers that donate their time to help them with these situations.
Right.
And I wish somebody would give them those options, like the Southern Poverty Justice League, or, you know, lots of different nonprofit organizations that do help. It just requires a little bit of looking and a little bit of research. And from what I gathered on that Ironton Bad Cop Facebook page, they would just prefer somebody to come riding in on a white horse and do it for them instead of them doing it themselves. Right, Courtney, he's not the savior they're looking for. You are correct.
Not at all. Not at all. Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing a bit of your story, Tina. I do appreciate that. It must be so difficult to just constantly have to, you know, relive this.
Stay tuned for part 3. Don't forget to visit Masshole Report. The channel Blue Bacon also has a lot of Chille's criminal records. Thank you for watching, and please check out part 3.